So last week we were on vacation to Colorado, and my wife's Ford Expedition was acting up on the way there, and so it had a lot of miles, several years old. We wanted to make it last a couple more years, but we decided, you know what, let's just dump it and get something else. And so I actually bought a car on vacation. So we got a new 4Runner. It's pretty awesome. Lots of TRD stuff on it, so I'm pretty excited about that. Taking it today. The actual rear window's not working right, so I'm taking it to get it fixed today. Can do some work while I'm there. But last night I was thinking a lot about the topic of forgiveness. I gotta tell you, maybe for the first time in my life, I'm kind of at a place where I don't feel like I need to forgive anybody. I don't have any anger against anybody. And also, I'm keeping pretty short accounts. And so, if I do something wrong to someone, I'm, asking for forgiveness immediately and quickly. And so, right now, I have a lot of peace. And not only do I have peace in my relationship with others, but I have peace in my relationship with Christ as well. There's nothing that is hindering my walk or hindering my connection with Him, and so it's pretty amazing. But I think a lot of people, they get confused about what forgiveness is. And so maybe to talk about what it is, it's too early in the morning. Maybe to talk about what it is, it's more effective to talk about what it's not. So forgiveness is not condoning. So it's not saying that what that person did is okay. Forgiveness is not forgetting. We're not God. We don't have to, it's not, remember no more. Forgiveness is, not basically just saying that everything is okay. Forgiveness is not, it doesn't equal reconciliation and restoration. So, forgiving someone doesn't necessarily mean that like everything is okay in that relationship and you're ready to move on. It doesn't mean any of those things. In its most basic form, forgiveness is just choosing to give up the right to be angry with that person about that situation. And so you're kind of letting go that bitterness and resentment and giving up the right to be angry. But it doesn't mean that you have to say that everything's okay. It doesn't mean that you have to forget about it. It doesn't mean that your relationship is restored. It doesn't mean any of those things. It just means that you're giving up your right to be angry about it. And it also means that you're not going to continue to bring it up and throw it back in that person's face, right? And so you can't use that in future, conflict to say, well, you did this, right? So there is a part of forgiveness is not only giving up the right to be angry, but it's giving up the right to bring it up again in a kind of revengeful way, right? And so, I think it can be brought up in certain circumstances in the future, right? Like if that behavior is repetitive, then most certainly, you can say, hey, this has happened several times, and when this happened, it made me feel this way, right? So that's different than, you always do this, and because you did that, there's obviously a heart difference there. So I just want to encourage you all today to do two things. Number one, search your heart and find the things that you might be holding on to resentment-wise, and pray that God would give you the ability to let go of that anger. And then also search your heart and see if there's anything that you need to seek forgiveness for. And then pray about that, seek wise counsel, and find a way to confess that and ask for forgiveness. It's not just saying, hey, I'm sorry, but it's saying, I want to ask you for forgiveness because when I did this, it made you feel this way. Give them an opportunity to speak. And then, give them the opportunity to respond. You can't force their response. They may not forgive you ever. It may take a long time, but it's your responsibility to seek forgiveness. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Love you guys. See you, man.